Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Michelle is my name. If it's your first time here, hi and welcome. Today we are talking about things that we are not going to do in 2020, and this is why your makeup sucks. Many a times people do their makeup and they wonder why sometimes it doesn't look so nice or as nice or better than or as it should. So today I just want to give you a few pointers and a few tips so that maybe your makeup can look much better in this new year. Okay, so let's get straight into it. So the first thing that I want to talk about is hydration. Hydration to me involves your skincare mostly. Of course, drinking, but your skincare. So this is what kind of serum you apply onto your skin. And also, do you moisturize your skin before you go in with your makeup? Now, a lot of people think that because they, one, have oily skin or dry skin for whatever reason, they don't need to apply the moisturizer. So I am here to tell you that that is the first thing that will probably make or break your makeup game. The other thing is priming. Now, basically what priming is, like in the sense of the word, is to prepare. A lot of people do not believe in priming. Priming helps for the smooth application of your skin. It helps to fill in the pores. It helps to act as a barrier between the makeup and your skin. And it helps with the longevity of both your eye and your face makeup. So I would definitely advise that you use a primer. Now, the other thing that is a problem with a primer is that you might be using a primer, but just the wrong one. If you apply the wrong primer on your skin, depending on your skin type, it may slip and slide. Or sometimes you could be applying too much primer or too much of the wrong primer. So priming is sensitive and you need to find out your skin type so that you're able to kind of find the right primer for your skin, kind of determine what primer would be good for your skin and also for the foundation that you're applying onto your skin. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so the next thing is concealing. Now, what a concealer does is it evens out your skin. And by this, I mean when you use a concealer as a concealer to conceal, not to highlight, not to contour, but use it as a concealer. That is to spot correct your face or to correct your face if you have any darkness and unevenness and grayness and any melasma and any discoloration. That's when you use concealer. Okay, in this case, that's what I'm talking about. So when you use concealer, what it does is that it helps you not use as much foundation and therefore not have cakiness when you put on your makeup. A lot of people skip the step of concealing and then end up using too much foundation, which then becomes cakey, piles up, and then breaks down. And your makeup will not last a long time or will not even look good because it's so cakey. So use your concealer to spot conceal, to spot conceal, to basically improve how your overall complexion looks in minimal amount, and then go in with your foundation. On to the next, foundation. So say your skin is oily and instead of using a matte foundation, you go for a dewy foundation. Your makeup is obviously not going to last and it's gonna suck. So the other thing that you should consider, other than, just the shade of the foundation, which is what a lot of people look at, is, do I have the right shade? That's good. But the other thing that you also need to consider is the finish. So try and find a foundation that is good for your skin. If you have really dry skin and you go in with a matte foundation, your face is going to look flat and dead. Of course you can do other things, glow it up with highlighter and do some other stuff. However, the best thing that I would suggest is to use a foundation finish that is good for your skin. That way you don't have to do too much to compensate for, what you're lacking. If you have oily skin and you go in with a dewy foundation, what you end up doing is powdering a lot to compensate for, just the oiliness that is peeking through your skin. Now, powdering at the top of your foundation will not will help you, but it will, the more you do it, the cakier it looks on your skin. So it will just be building up layers and layers of, you know, product on your skin, and at the end of the day your skin is still gonna be oily because it's coming from within. Okay, so back to skincare. In 2020 you need to focus on your skincare if you want your makeup to look good. I'm just going to go back to that and just put that out there, because a lot of people focus on what do I do on the outside to cover my skin, as opposed to what do I do to fix my skin from inside out. So yeah, focus on that. All right, so the next thing that we need to focus on is blending. Now, no one needs to see where your foundation starts and where your foundation ends. No one needs to see a roadmap to Neverland on your face. So the one thing that you need to remember is to blend. Whatever it is that you put on your face, be it foundation, be it concealer, be it a powder, be it contour, anything, a blush, highlight, has to be blended. Now, I just want to say this real quickly. The highlight that we put down the bridge of our nose needs to be blended. I hate when I walk around, and I know makeup is very subjective and everyone has their way of doing, you know, their makeup and like it how they like. However, that being said, I don't think anyone would advise you to put contour or highlight where you should contour and the other way around, you know? So as much as makeup is subjective, there are rules. Let's just be honest, because people don't want to own that. People just want to say, oh, well, I want what I want, even though it makes you look crazy. When you have a line on your face that is your highlight, and we can clearly see that it's a line from miles away, we can see that this is a line on your nose. Come on, that doesn't look good. You don't need an expert to come and tell you, listen, you need to blend your highlight. So in 2020, can we blend our nose highlight if we must have it? Can we blend everything on our face so we don't see this is, I mean, granted, a contour should be seen as chiseled, but everything else, can we just blend? Please? Setting your face is the next thing that I want to talk about. And when I say set, there is set mist and there is set powder. The reason that you set your face with powder is so that your foundation does not transfer off your face onto someone else's face. Powder helps the foundation stay on your face, as opposed to, like I said, transferring from you to your clothes or to someone else's clothes, or worse, to someone else's face when you hug them. When you don't set your face, most of the time you will probably have a patch if you touch your face or if you touch anything else. When I talk about powder, I also just want to mention that putting too much powder on your face will make your face look cakey and sometimes dry and just crepey. So too much powder is not good. And not setting your face with powder, again, can be detrimental. So it basically depends on, again, your skin type. If you have dry skin, you can get away with not powdering your face. But if you have oily skin like me, and my skin is combination, you definitely have to powder your face, your makeup. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is applying way too harsh contour. Now, a lot of people just pick any dark shade and go on their face as contour. Contour is not supposed to be so dark to a point that it looks really harsh, chiseled face. Everything that you put on your face is supposed to accentuate what you already have. It's supposed to look natural and like just a natural shadow, not too much, not too heavy and too sharply cut, chiseled. So again, contour should be nice and just mild and very well blended into your skin. So quickly, let me just mention something else about highlighter, which other than the application, is to pick out a highlight that has more shimmer than glitter, so it doesn't accentuate the texture of your skin. Because I feel like a lot of times we don't really want to accentuate the texture that we have in this area, if you do. And so a tip that I found is that if I wear a highlight that doesn't have way too much glitter, then it just looks nice and smooth. But if I wear something that is full of glitter and could be very pretty but is just full of glitter, then it will look very textured. My skin will look very textured, and no one wants to accentuate the texture on their skin. Well, at least I don't. So yeah, that's just something to consider. Alright, so now we move on to tools, and I just want to quickly run through the tools because I don't want this video to be way too long. So the first thing is a sponge. Should I use it dry or should I use it wet? Not wet, but damp, actually, damp. So that depends on what you're doing, but most of the time a sponge is made so you can use it damp, most of the times. Although there's some of, the brands that say you can use it dry. So if a sponge says that it's supposed to be used damp, make sure it's nice and damp and not wet. So as you're pouncing it on your skin, it doesn't take off the product off your skin as opposed to, building it up. The other thing is that some people pounce it way too hard, that as you go applying your foundation and then now you're going in with concealer, but you're pouncing it so hard, it takes off and picks up the product from your skin as opposed to putting it back on. So be careful with that as well. Makeup is supposed to be a relaxing thing to do, not, I know sometimes you're in a hurry, but, just be mindful of that. The foundation brush is supposed to be used as it says. If it's a stippling brush, it's a stippling brush, and that's to go like this as opposed to rubbing, going like this, because what that does is, one, it micro exfoliates your skin, and two, it will move the product around as opposed to pushing it into your skin. So don't do that. Don't do it. So anyway, finally, all in all, if anything that I have said, goes against what you believe in and you want to keep doing what you're doing, then please, by all means, keep doing what you're doing, even if it might make you look crazy. Just keep doing it. That's what you want. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just makeup and you're going to wash it off your face, so we don't have to look at how bad it looks. So just go ahead and do what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Hey. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was not in any way a dig to anyone or, meant to kind of piss you off, but just to expose you to, your bad behaviors, or expose you to things that you might not know, because a lot of people don't know. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video. This is not in any way to say that I am an expert, okay? Every day I learn as well, and I appreciate when people tell me stuff that makes my routine even better. So I hope that you guys take it as such, and I will see you guys on my next video, okay? God bless you. So here are 2 more videos for you guys to watch, and you can click on them now. No, really, you can actually click on them now.